Guys, today we're going to do a 5-minute face, but I'm going to do 3 versions of a 5-minute face. If you are like me, I find personally that when I'm in a hurry and I just have a few minutes, I don't really look all that finished. Yes, the redness in my face is toned down, but it looks like you need 10 more minutes. What I wanted to do were 3 5-minute faces that actually look good, that don't look like, oh, I had to leave before I finished. Oh, there was a fire in the kitchen and you know what I mean? I had to run. I wanted to get something that actually looks good and presentable that can be done quickly. And I did that by approaching it 3 different ways, I guess you could say. One way was with dark color. That is the second day. One day is a bigger brow and a bigger lip. That's the first day. And then the last day I wanted to do something that's a little better for the hot, steamy kind of weather. So if you're a sweaty Betty like me, you might like that. But I'm hoping that you'll get some ideas, something to run with from each of these. I did use my timer on my phone. I don't know how to do a timer and put it here, but you'll hear the beep. I am someone who has a lot of redness in my skin, and for me personally, it's not like, oh, put on some blush and some mascara. I have to put on some foundation to just tone down my color. So if you're like me and you feel like foundation is a must for you, this is hopefully going to be able to offer something to you. Now, because I'm timing everything, I'm not editing out stuff that I normally would, like mistakes, me saying the wrong word, me can't remember a word, that kind of stuff, me saying the same thing more than once. I'm sorry, normally I would say, yeah, I've already said that, click, edit, not in this case. So let's get into it, and we're going to do the first day. And the first day, I probably should have done a different color story because I decided on a shirt that didn't work, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the first day is about a big brow and a big lip. Let's get into it. So this is a look that I did the other day for my Nordstrom's shoes and bags sale. And, well, the Nordstrom's anniversary sale, the shoes and bags portion. I have put on my sunscreen. I'm wearing a mineral today because I've been doing some exfoliating. And I'm going to go on with the NARS, whatever this is called. I put together 2 colors because I don't have one that's actually right for me. And, oh, I forgot to, okay, I haven't started putting on the makeup yet. 5-minute timer.
Your timer is set for 5 minutes.
Thank you. And there's a little bit of whiteness on my face. So this is the Elastin sunscreen, which leaves the face kind of white, and you have to do a foundation with it, but I like it. It's very calming. And pretty fast. I have Beauty Blender already damped just to see if I need to smooth anything out, get around the hairline. The nose is a little tricky. And again, if you're in a hurry, probably don't go in with a mineral that leaves you very white. Because you kind of essentially have more to cover when you do that. And whatever's left, I'll just pull down. So the idea behind this is not only it's a quick face, but also that it's a pretty face, you know, that it looks good. Now, I think I messed up. I should have used a different sunscreen because my plan today was to use a powder blush, but this words, I'm doing this all the way through so you can see how many times I like space out. Well, not so you can see it, but you get to see it as a result. I forgot what I was going to say. Something about it'd be better to think smart when you're in a hurry about what sunscreen you're going to choose. And I was going to do a powder for my blush, but now I'm thinking maybe not. When I had this nice little look all set up. So I'm going to take a Q-tip, you know, kind of let everything set in and take off anything that's right here. And I find that if I'm in a hurry, doing a bigger brow kind of helps the eyes a lot. So, and this is a very, very fast, you know, I'm not getting little hair strokes. I go back and forth lightly here because I have some blonde hairs and I have a couple of gray hairs. I just want to emphasize the arch right here because the hair I have right there is a little blonde. And this side it's fine. And then I'm just going to brush it through so it doesn't look so hard. Yeah, and I will say, you guys, I planned what I was going to do makeup-wise, but probably not a good move on my sunscreen. Now, line the eyes. I'm just going to do the upper waterline. Got a little bit stuck in my eyelashes there, but no problem. And the lower lash. And this helps me a great deal. And where'd that little cotton bud go? It went to the floor. Okay, I can't find it. I'm just going to take my finger, go like that, and whatever's here is here. And I'm still going to do this, although probably a mistake. This is the Pat McGrath, and I'm mixing both colors together. I'm just going to pounce initially because I haven't powdered. Anything left goes up here. Big trick for doing things fast. Let's see how much time I have left. Ooh, 8 seconds. Okay. Okay, so a little problematic choice for my sunscreen, you guys, but pretty much done. I'm just doing some fixes where it didn't blend incredibly well right around there, and let's just assume that I didn't make this bad choice. Now, because I did make not the best choice, I am going to give myself just a few seconds and do a little bit of a powder because there's so much sheen here and it's just not kind of setting up. Another thing you can do, you guys, if you are working with something that just has a very wet look, if your sunscreen is just one of those sunscreens that's just never going to really dry down, Beauty Blender for your powder. It'll just kind of soak everything up without drying you out. You'll still have a radiance in a second or two, no doubt. And whatever's left under the eyes, and yeah, just try to pat that down. So 5-minute face plus, you know, a minute for powder. I would say if you're just a little too shiny, brush. If you're a lot shiny because your sunscreen was a poor choice, Beauty Blender, and that's it. I think it's a very, very fresh look. It doesn't look like a no makeup look. It looks like you made an effort, but it looks effortless. You know what I mean? Nice 5-minute face. And now let's go for day 2. All right, you guys, this is another way to do a 5-minute face. First of all, if you have redness like I do, using a tinted sunscreen is going to help you out a lot. Not tinted so much that it's going to be your foundation, because those are very hard to find in a shade that matches you. Enter Tula. Tula has a little bit of a peachy nature to it, and I'll just show you a teeny bit right there. And it really helps to fade out some of the redness on my skin. So this has already helped me out tremendously. But I do want to go on with foundation. Let's set our timer. 5-minute timer.
Okay, 5 minutes and counting.
2 pumps, and I'm going in with a beauty blender. This is something I did the other day, which kind of gave me the idea to do this video, was I really just needed the most right through here. I could almost not do a full face of foundation because, see, it's kind of doing it for me. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Oh, I might have shown you that. That would have been the smart thing to do. And I'm focusing on the redness and then pulling whatever is left out. But I feel like this is such a good match for me that I really probably don't have to do the forehead, but I'm gonna. And a beauty blender, although it does take a lot of product, it's darn fast. And whatever's left, I'm just gonna pull down the neck a little bit to help with that redness. So the idea isn't just a 5-minute face, it's a 5-minute face that looks good. And then I'm going to take the end and okay, let's just, I used a little too much, so I was going to just use this foundation under the eyes, but I'm going to go in with my By Terry. And around the nose, and complexion is done. If you've been here before, you know that I much prefer to next go onto my eyes, which takes a long time, so everything can set up, which means a 5-minute face oftentimes means that you're going to be using a cream, but I'm not going to today. For my blush, first, I'm going to take a brush and use this on my eyes, just so I can let everything set up a little bit on the skin. Don't worry, we shall blend. And now, a little bit on the skin. So this kind of color, this is a limited edition. I'm not sure if it's still around, but I am using this because it's the kind of color you can use for contour and blush. And I know that it really reads fall. It came out in fall, but I think it's perfectly acceptable for summer as well, depending on how you apply. And now I'm going to get a big brush, which I can't find. I have a big brush. Okay, we're just going to do this brush. It's Sunday, and yet there's workers, there's helicopters, there's the whole thing. Eyebrows, really important for me. This is the fastest one I have. Boom. 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 Brows done. Going back with the Beauty Blender and just making sure that this color around the eyes doesn't go too far down. Lips. Merit Oil, one idea. This is another idea. The colors are both kind of the same, kind of a little bit of a brownish. Boom. Super, super easy. And I didn't pull out my liner. Liner This is the one from Hourglass that really, really stays. And I need this. Boom. And a little bit of mascara, which I also didn't pull out because, yikes, it's in the living room. I was playing. This one is very full, but I am not a stranger to messing up with my mascara and getting it all over the place. So ginger with this one. Look how full. Hardly anything. Hello, I have lashes. Pretty amazing, and that is my 5-minute face. And how long do we have? We have 10 seconds left. If you wanted to powder, you could. That would be your 10 seconds. We can do that. Okay, I just spent 5 seconds talking, so I get a 5-second leeway. Just a little bit. So it's not just a 5-minute face, you guys, it's a 5-minute good face. And I did kind of mess up because I can't find the brush I was going to use for my eyeshadow. But if I had it all in front of me, I would have made it. And that is another 5-minute face. And I don't think it looks like a 5-minute face, right? I was just making sure that the camera was going, and it is. All right, 5-minute face, done. All right, and day 2 I thought was very, very successful. It was a color that is easily used on both the eyes and the cheeks, and I loved that look. Super, super simple, super, super fast, and yet, absolutely, I feel that it looks finished and purposeful. And now day 3. Today I'm going to attempt a 5-minute face using something that will last for a long time or that is suitable for sweaty weather, humid weather. So of course I'm going to go in with Dior Face and Body. And I'm just going to start my timer here. 5-minute timer.
Okay, your timer is set for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Siri. And put this on my hand. It's quite runny. This formula does have a little alcohol in it, and it's a little bit dark for me once it dries down. It's really interesting. I find that actually with a lot of brands, from formula to formula, the colors can change a little bit. I already have my sunscreen and everything else on. And this does take a little while to kind of set up. So it might be a little longer than 5 minutes this time. We'll see. I'm going to put some on my chest because, you know, why not? Why not try to match? Just a teeny, teeny bit. Get rid of the redness, or just help the redness out. Just a teeny, teeny, teeny bit. Concealer, I'm going in with the Dior, which I haven't used in a while because I've really been on the By Terry train. And this is one where less is best. So I'm just doing a little bit. And while I'm here, I'm just going to put a little on my cheeks where there's redness, and on the nose where there's redness from the glasses constantly causing friction right there. I'm not one who loves to go in with a lot of concealer on the face because it generally, when you get older, it doesn't look good that way. You know, I follow some people who do. They put on foundation all over their face and then they put on concealer on top of it. And when you're in your 20s and your 30s, you can do that. But it doesn't look that fabulous when you're a little bit older. There, I want this to kind of set in, so I'm going to go to the eyes, and I put it here. Oh no. Okay, we get to erase some seconds. Let's just pause. Pause timer. Continue timer. Okay, so this, I'm doing it because it's easy, because it's fast, because it's fairly neutral, and it's not too creamy, and it just gives me a little bit of shape. You can build it to make it more color, but I just want to not be as hooded looking, and look, I'm not as hooded looking. Line the eyes, very important for me. This is, again, the hourglass that really, really stays. Little mascara, Kim Kwan, just because it's here, and this is a tubing mascara, so I'm just going to get a little fluttery look here. I think this is going to be over 5 minutes, because it just, I don't know, it feels like it's going to be over 5 minutes. Sorry. Brows. And I'm not doing the face products yet because I want everything to kind of set in first, to set up first. Okay, I'm telling you, the brow does everything. Just focus on your brow if you really have absolutely no time. Now we're going to go in with cheeks, and I've got two colors here, which I shouldn't even be talking about because not very much time, and I'm going to go in with this one on the cheeks, and this is Victoria Beckham. Put it in with both hands. And now bronzer. So there's a lot of people out there who just do bronzer all over and they're like, that's it, I'm done. Victoria Beckham. If you're doing something like this, you really want to make sure the color is not too dark for you, because if you're in a hurry, chances are with you that you're going to over apply. And this is shade, I think, 00. Mixing both of them together, the light one and the dark one. Okay, I'm not going to make 5 minutes. I had a feeling. But the right bronzer color is really important for this look. And I really think it was, honestly, it was the foundation that got in the way. Lips. And there it is. I feel that my eyes are a little shiny underneath, so I'm just going to take a little bit of powder. And for good measure, right here, but I'm not too shiny, so that's good. I don't really need all that much powder. And that's it. 5-minute face for humid weather, sweatiness, you know, all that good stuff where you just need it to last for a long time. Using the powder bronzer over the cream blush will help also let that cream blush set. But the good thing is, because I used a color that was more neutral, more peachy, it is more harmonious with the bronzer. So when that disappears, you might not really tell. And if you keep this in your purse, you can always do a little on the cheek. And this is part of the reason I wanted to do a lipstick color that was a little vibrant, bring a little life to your face, but also put it in your bag, and you can add on to it if you lose your blush. And this is the matte, sheer matte from Givenchy, which I just love. Would I prefer a little bit more on the eyes? I would. Let's just go in a little bit. And again, this color is neutral to cool. You could do this. See, look at how pretty this color is. This will be included, by the way, in that video that I keep on saying I'm going to do on one and dones. It's from Ulta. It's inexpensive. And depending on your skin tone and the light, the time of day, it's kind of coming off a little bit like the softest lavender color. There we have it. I hope you've gotten some ideas, some starting points maybe, or you're going to copy it, you know, one for one. I will list everything that I've used on each day down below, including what I'm wearing now, and take a look. See if there's anything that you like. Anyway, I hope it was helpful. I hope you come back again. And until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.